Everyone, welcome to this video tutorial where I'm going to explain how the banner generator works within our Ecom Magic AI platform. So pay close attention because I'm going to explain in great detail how you can use the banner generator. All right, so right now we're here on the screen inside our Ecom Magic AI tool, specifically within the banner generator. When you click on the banner generator, you'll enter the tool here and you'll find a button that says New Product. The first thing you have to do is create a folder where you'll store your advertising assets for that product. In this case, this is an account that already has several products created, so I have several folders with advertising assets for different products. So what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to click on New Product, and here give a title, a name to that folder, where you're going to create and be able to document all the advertising assets for that product. In this case, for this specific example, we decided to use this product that for the sake of the tutorial, we found it directly on Amazon. You can do the same with your own products. Right now, we're going to use this product as a reference to develop our tutorial, which is a sport research. Let's say the product's brand is sport research, right? It's a vitamin D3 plus K2 supplement. So what we're going to do right now is enter a name here, right? Sport research. There it is. Sport research vitamin. Vitamins. You can give the product a description if you want. It's optional. You don't have to add it. In this case, I'm not going to add a description. And I'm going to create the folder where I'll store all the advertising assets for the banners I'm going to generate for this product. So once we create the folder here, the banner generator is enabled. And at the bottom, we'll now have the folder or the space enabled where all those banners we're going to create for this particular product will be stored. In fact, if we go back, you'll see that a folder has already been added with this product's name. It doesn't have a cover image right now because we haven't created our first banner yet. So right now I'm going to go in here again and I already have my banner generator enabled. How does this banner generator work? The first thing you have here on the right is an element where you can add an image, or rather where you must add a reference image of your products. So I'm going to click here, my computer's documents folder will open, and I'm going to add this reference image of my product, which is what I'll use to develop the advertising assets. Important, guys, this product image must be a clean image, as clean as possible, that shows the product clearly, okay? It doesn't matter what product it is. We can make banners for any type of product. In this case, we're going to use an example. We're going to make an example with this supplement, but you can develop advertising assets for literally any type of product. This is an example of an image that I wouldn't use. It will possibly have an output, but we should really use a clean asset. For example, this type of image wouldn't work, and it won't develop a good asset for us. The assets we're going to use, or the image we're going to use as the main reference asset, should be a clean image like the one on the screen right now. We add the product image, and now the tool gives us two alternatives. We have one alternative, which is to use a template from the list of templates that we provide here directly in Ecom Magic AI. So you can click here and different templates that we're constantly adding will load. Flyers, banners that are validated from different brands, from all industries and all types of niches. And something very important that I want you to understand right now is that, for example, I'm going to create a banner for a supplement, but I don't necessarily have to use a supplement template. That's something we focused on here within our Ecom Magic AI tool. And that's because one of our model's capabilities is that it can adapt any template to any type of product. What does that mean? For example, we're going to create a template. We're going to create a banner for a supplement, but I can use any type of template. It doesn't have to be a supplement template. That's why we don't actually have categories for reference banners here. Why do we do that? Because the model has that capability and is designed so that any of these templates can be adapted to our product. For example, I'm going to use this template from a product that has absolutely nothing to do with a supplement, and I want you to see the incredibly high quality output it will generate with any type of template. So all you have to do here is select that input template. In this case, I'll select it and click Use this banner. And here, my reference ad creative has already been automatically loaded. I have the product photo and the reference image. Once we have the reference banner and the product image, we'll now select the output size. And here we can keep the original size. When we say original size, the piece that's created will have the same original output size as the reference banner. Or I can basically select any other format from this list. Let's say I want to select the stories format. I'll select the stories format here. And then I select the language I want for the banner. So if I want the banner in Spanish or in English, Portuguese, or French, I can easily create a banner in any language. So in this case, we'll use Spanish as the reference language to create a banner. Then, for example, we'll make another one in English to see how it works. We'll use Spanish here. And then we have an option called Creative Controls. For now, I'm not going to activate the Creative Controls to generate this piece. After we make this piece, I'll show you how these Creative Controls work. So right now, we're going to create the piece without activating these Creative Controls, which again, I'll show you how they work in a moment. So we've selected the reference image, our product's photo, the output banner size, and the output language. We're going to click Generate Banner now, and in about 30 to 60 seconds, we'll have our ad creative ready. You don't have to add any prompts. You don't have to do anything at all. Because what our artificial intelligence, our AI model does, is that in the back end, it will research this product. The AI will analyze the photo, understand the product, research it, and investigate what problem it solves, what the potential customers' pain points are, and the benefits this product brings to people's lives. And based on that research, it will generate the copywriting for this product, for this banner, and it will also use this reference banner. So you don't have to do anything else here. This is the automatic mode, and you just click here on Generate Professional Banner. And there you go. Our tool has just created our ad banner. Here you can see the banner. If you click on the banner, you can enlarge it and view it in a much larger format. Additionally, you'll be able to see the reference image and the developed banner. What else do we have here in this banner? In this panel, we can download our banner in 2K resolution. The resolution is incredibly good. Here we're going to download our banner. And I'll show you the level of quality offered by the Ecom Magic AI tool. So if we open our banner, as you can tell, it has a very premium quality. Let's zoom in a little so you can see the quality of the piece. As you can see, it has no spelling errors. It's completely consistent with the bottle. The spelling is perfect, and the model even handles the copywriting for our ad. So here you have the piece. You can download it in 2K, and we have another very, very useful option here. You can also download this piece optimized in the web format for Google Chrome. So we click download here, and we're going to download this piece again, but now in a fully optimized format. Look here, the original piece was approximately 3 megs, and this optimized piece, without losing quality, weighs only 322 kilobytes. And as you can see here, we still have a piece of very, very good quality with a fully optimized size. What else can you do here inside the tool? You can edit these banners with natural language. So if we click here in the editor, this space opens up where we, using natural language, that is with simple words, as if we were talking to a person, can make an edit. Important, for the model to generate the edits correctly, you can only give one editing instruction at a time. What do I mean by this? For example, if you want to edit several elements, you must do it at different times. You can make several edits, but in this edit you make, you should only edit one element so that the model makes the edit correctly. For example, I want to change the character. Change the character to a 50-year-old man. We apply the edit, the tool will process the image again, it will make the edit. Important. Each edit consumes 1 credit. Remember that depending on the plan you've purchased, you'll receive some credits. In the basic plan, 100 credits. In the pro plan, you'll receive 200 credits. Business plan, 600 credits. Agency plan, you'll receive 1,000 credits. In this case, generating a piece consumes 1 credit, and editing also consumes an additional credit. Look, the edit has been made here. The tool maintains the total consistency of the piece, and only edits the character, which is the instruction I gave it. Once I can see the edit, and I'm sure that I want to save this edit, I click Save, and my banner is now saved with that edit. And you can see that the character changed in a supremely consistent way, which is what I asked for. And I can, make several edits to each of these banners. What else do we have here, gentlemen? So that's how this banner generator works. Let's do another example so you can see again how it works. And we're going to generate several pieces so you have clarity on the capabilities of this incredible banner generation model that can work for you to make advertising pieces or static ad creatives for Meta ads or Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google Ads display. You can also use these pieces even to sell through WhatsApp. So here we're going to generate another piece. We're going to go to the template selector again, and we're going to select another template for another product. For example, let's select, which one do we have here? Let's select, for example, this template right here. As you can see, it's a template for a backpack, a product that has absolutely nothing to do with a supplement. Let's select it. We're going to use this banner and see again what output it generates for us. And there you have it, everyone. My banner has just been generated. And here we can see this incredible banner we just created. It looks absolutely professional. It already has the copyright. Notice that I didn't give it any instructions. The tool and the model automatically understood the product, researched it, and generated all the copywriting for the ad. D3 plus K2 supplement, vegan power, bone and dental health, immune support, vegan and natural, product photography, URL. I can make the edits I want again. Here's my reference banner and my reference image. Now we're going to make another banner again, but for this one, we're going to use the creative control. So now we're going to generate another banner. But as I told you, for this one, we're going to activate the creative control. And I'm going to explain how this creative control works. So let's select a template, any one. As I said, one of the most interesting things about our model is that it adapts to any type of template. You can literally use a template for a dress, a template for any product that has nothing to do with your product, and the model will adapt any template to your products. So let's select, for example, let's say I want, let me see what we have here. I want to use this template, for example, all right? And I want to change the format. Let's set it to an Instagram story format. And now I'm going to activate the creative control. So in the creative control for banner design, I basically have three fields that I can modify, that I can use to give specific commands to the AI for the development of that banner. First, the sales angle. I can specify the sales angle here. The ideal client avatar. I can also specify the ideal client avatar. And I can add any other additional instruction I want to give the AI. So regarding the sales angle, well, for any of the three fields, I can have a maximum of 500 characters that I can add. So I'm going to use a simple example, but you, of course, can develop your sales angles, your avatars or ideal clients, and any other additional instructions in a structured way. And for example, let's say that here our sales angle is mothers who are going through postpartum, for example, right? Mothers or women, right, who are going through postpartum. Women who are going through postpartum. Again, I'm doing this as an example, something very simple, but you can do something much more structured. Avatar, women, I don't know, from 25 to 40 years old who are going through a postpartum process and who need to strengthen their, I don't know, immune and bone system. For example, let's say that's my sales angle, my ideal avatar. Additional instructions? I don't know. For example, let's say I want to add the price to the banner. Let's say I want the price to appear. Add a card with the price of, for example, 149,900 Colombian pesos. Dollars, quetzales, any currency you want. This is an additional instruction, and you can literally tell it anything that comes to mind, or based on the needs you have to generate that advertising piece. All right, so here I simply give it these instructions. I can literally add much more robust instructions that have a maximum of 500 characters. And then we'll click on Generate Banner, and here we'll wait again for 30 to 60 seconds, and we'll see the ad creative, now using the creative control to generate that piece. What else would I like to show you? You can also use your own creatives or upload your own templates. Here you can access the EcoMagic AI template catalog, but you can also upload a creative or template from your computers that you already have, that you're using with your design teams, that you've previously designed, and use it as a base for generating that banner. So here the tool is working. It has just developed the creative, and I want you to see what the creative looks like. Discover the new 3K2 for moms. You can see that it 100% respects the sales angle we gave. Strengthened your immune and skeletal system during postpartum with plant-based vitamin D3 and K2. Here it added the price tag, as you can see, made for your postpartum well-being. Again, you know you can make edits to the banner if you want to do it with natural language. And notice how it adapted this banner, which was in a horizontal format, obviously with another product, another color palette, it adapted it completely to this product. Let's look at one more example so you can see the model's capabilities again. In this case, we're going to upload a template that we have from our computer. We'll click here. And for example, let's say I want to use a template like this one. I simply upload my template, define the size, the original banner size in this case, Spanish. Let's say I want to, I don't know, create this banner in English. I select the English language. I'll keep the same sales angle, the same avatar or ideal client. Let's say I remove this instruction. I don't necessarily have to use all three fields. If I decide to use the creative controls, I can use any of the fields. I can use all three, I can use two, or I can use one. The tool doesn't force me to use all three fields if I decide to use the creative control. Here we have the creative. Let's generate it and see what it creates for us. See how the consistency of the product's packaging is 100% maintained. All right, and the model really respects the additional creative control commands I'm giving it. Right now, we're going to create another piece in a square format, maybe in a horizontal format, so you can also see other creatives. Again, it's generating it. Each piece takes about 30 to 60 seconds, approximately. And here we have our creative. Look, postpartum recovery and immune support. The essential D3 plus K2 supplement supports bone and immune health, easy to swallow veggie soft gels. See how it respects absolutely everything here. And obviously delivered a banner adapted to the sales template that we gave it as input. And basically, that's how this our banner generator within EcoMagic AI, our banner generator tool works. So that's it, guys. I hope this tutorial is helpful. Any questions or concerns you have, you can contact us here in support. We'll be available so you can access support whenever you need it. We're keeping a close eye out for any little bugs or any flaws you might find in the tool. Remember that we're in a beta version that we're gradually improving, so we're very attentive to all the comments and suggestions you have for the tool. Inside the landing page generator, you'll find another tutorial like this one where we'll explain in detail how the landing page generator works. So I hope you like this tutorial. And thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy Ecom Magic AI very much.